Hey, welcome back to Right on the Money, providing you and your family the necessary information you need to make informed financial decisions. Now, if you're just joining us, my goodness, you're going to have to go back and start at the beginning because you do not want to miss a single second of our guest. Our guest today has been Maria Navas, retirement specialist at Florida Retirement Solutions. And we have been talking all about the Florida retirement system. And as somebody who is not an expert, but getting to speak to an expert, folks, it's confusing. And if you're in this program, if you're a teacher, if you're a custodian, if you are a cafeteria worker, if you're a police officer, a firefighter, Maria is definitely someone you need to talk to because, man, there are a lot of moving parts here. And Maria, the question I have for you, with your experience and your expertise in the Florida retirement system, tell us a little bit about some of the common problems and mistakes that you've seen people make through the years.
Oh my goodness, we don't have enough time, but I'll tell you a few. So one time we had a lady tell us she wanted us to help her with her drop check. So you're supposed to get a letter about 60 to 90 days before your drop end date. And it says, what do you want to do with your check? So we called with her on the phone, of course, always with the client on the phone, with the person on the phone, and we asked them, why hasn't she gotten the letter? Dennis, she had sent the letter herself, with most people do. She had sent all the paperwork to register for drop herself. They had never received it. She was not in drop for those 5 years. There was no check coming. She couldn't even start drop because she wasn't an educator and she missed that drop deadline anyways. But who would want to think that I just did 5 years in drop? Okay, well, I'm a teacher and I can go in even though they didn't get my paperwork. So now I got to work 5 more years? Nobody wants to do that. So that has happened. Other things that have happened is people have filled out to do a 3-year drop and they forgot about it. And if they go to work the day before or the day after, you're supposed to be the day after you're supposed to be out of drop, you have to pay back your drop check. You're not allowed to come back to work after your drop end date. So they didn't ask for those 5 years like I always recommend. Just say 5 and leave when you want. They had a real big problem. I don't remember how that one ended up, but it's never good. You don't have a second chance to do your retirement. You just don't. People that have thought, I'm going to be able to move to the investment plan at the end. When they were in the investment plan and they had already made one elective to go into drop. So just to blow your mind, Dennis, I know this will, you have 2 elections you can make, right? You could be in the investment plan or you can be in the pension plan. If you do not make a choice, you, prior to the date they changed it to, you were defaulted into pension. If you didn't make a choice or you made a choice, you were in pension. After that date, you go automatically into the investment plan. You defaulted to the investment plan. You have a certain amount of months, and I'm not giving you exact numbers because you have a certain amount of months depending on which, are you a custodian or a teacher? So I can't give you all those dates. We have to just call and find out. So now you default to pension, but you have, let's say, 6 months to move to the pension plan. You defaulted to investment, you can move to, but you have 6 months. You didn't do it, you defaulted. That's it, you're done. So you really need to know where you're at and you need to know where you're going. Because when you make that election, you're done. So if you didn't, let's just take this example. You didn't make an election and you went into pension. At some point in your career, you decided, I'm going to the investment plan. That's your second choice. I only made one, Maria. No, you didn't make one. You didn't make the first one. They made it for you. That's 1. Then that's 2. So you're done. You can only be in wherever your second election was. You can't move backwards. But I find that if at least you know that, we don't have a time machine, right? But at least you know exactly where you're at. You know the choices you have in there. If you don't know where you're at and you maybe can change, you can choose to change, but just know all your choices. In the beginning of your career, it's super important to know where you're at because you have 6 months to change it. At the end of your career, it's super important to know because now you know what choices you have left. So it's always important, but it's very confusing, and it's very simple to us to get you all the information, to figure it out, that you will 100% guaranteed you're going to know where you're at when we finish talking to them on the phone. You're going to know where you're at, and then we know what choices you can make after that. And I'm not going to tell you about all the other mistakes because they don't have a way to change those mistakes. So let's just go forward from what we can find out for you. Let's just go forward from that.
You know, Maria, one of the things that I love about you is that for the folks that give you a call, for everybody that's seeing this video, they have one retirement. They have the one retirement that's theirs. But you have helped hundreds and hundreds of people retire successfully and navigate this tricky water. And then the other thing I do want to mention, I know this about you, but if I'm not mistaken, you also help folks with any assets they have outside of the Florida retirement system, correct?
Of course. And, husbands and wives and, partners, it's so funny because they're like, why can't you help us? And I always forget they always say, don't forget to ask for the referral. The best referrals, the spouses, the partners of people we're working with, because they know us. We've come into their homes, whether through Zoom or a home appointment, which we do home appointments. We've come into their homes, they know us. Their significant other is hearing the whole explanation. They're going, and we never turn to them and say, do you need any help? They turn to us and go, can you help us? It's exactly the same retirement because it's the same exact savings plan that we can do for anyone. It's just that we are so busy trying to educate because people outside of the FRS might not have this complicated of a retirement system, right? So we're so busy trying to educate them that we forget, but we can help anybody. And we've had a lot of children. We started with the parents and they had small kids, and these kids have graduated and gone on to, we have attorneys, we have doctors, have gone on and graduated, and now we're helping them with their retirement needs. Now, again, Dennis, I'm not going to say what age did I start, right? I started when I was 25, but I'm going to say how long I've been doing this. I'm not going to say it. They always figure me out, right? And if not, they figure me out by other things. But I'm just going to say that we're helping the children's children now.
If you've gotten to this point and somehow you missed it, we're going to put Maria's website up, but the best way to get a hold of you again is to go to that website, and you have a contact us. Is that right?
Yes, I have a contact us, and it's always working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They can make an appointment at any time.
Maria, thank you so much for being here today. It is always wonderful to see you. And that'll do it for us. That's our time for today. So don't forget, you can watch full Right on the Money show episodes on our official YouTube channel, or you can go to rightonthemoneyshow.com. You can get up-to-date financial news and insights from top insurance and financial professionals in your area. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.